This order for papers, Mr President, is extremely important as the government's attack on TAFE and the obsession with privatisation has continued. Consequently, it has had a devastating impact on the Richmond Equine TAFE student, staff and the Hawkesbury community, businesses and the entire equine industry at large. It is absolutely appalling that essential equine courses will no longer be available to our New South Wales residents at Richmond TAFE. Highly skilled and essential staff stopped being employed for these courses from the 24th of June. Jobs were slashed and courses were cut without adequate explanation and accurate assessment. It will have a devastating impact on the industry. Minister Henskins has wrongly said that there has been a 90% decrease in enrolments. This is completely inaccurate and false and out of touch, and that's why we need these papers. The TAFE New South Wales and Racing New South Wales partnership ended in 2019. Under the partnership, the courses were statewide, not just Sydney Metro-based. Richmond TAFE also discontinued delivering certain courses after the partnership ended. Therefore, any enrolment assessments that have been made are on the basis of previous courses that have not actually been in existence for some time. Additionally, equine courses have been drastically affected over the last few years due to COVID-19 lockdowns, fires and floods impacting the region. Equine courses are in-person courses. Students had been wanting to enrol in classes where they could gain in-person critical practical skills during that time period and weren't able to. Appallingly, the government has used this as an opportunity to slash jobs and to try to offload training to private providers and undermine TAFE as usual. The government says there is no demand for these courses and that private operators will fill the space and people want to attend those courses. This is inaccurate and the industry has informed the government of it. People from around our country and international students would travel to Richmond to undertake their courses. Without these equine courses in Richmond, there won't be face-to-face teaching for beginners and people without adequate skills in the equine industry in New South Wales. Racing New South Wales offers traineeships, however, this is for individuals who already have a great deal of those skills. We need to see the accurate information on the courses, as this is tremendously damaging for the industry and has safety implications. Disgracefully, Minister Henskins has ignored the pleas for assistance from the community and experts. Hawkesbury City Council highlighted the economic value of Richmond TAFE courses and is extremely concerned about their removal, stating, and I quote, "The potential impacts and the loss of the above courses on the equine industry locally, which is a key economic driver in the Hawkesbury, is worth $160 million annually and employs approximately 700 people. Charlie Duckworth stressed the importance of the courses for Chris Waller Racing, pleading for them to continue. He stated, "It is crucial for a high-risk industry such as the racing industry to have training such as the Richmond facility. Racing in Australia is thriving and there is so much money in the game that I simply cannot understand why this course is being shut unless you want the industry to peak and then decline through a lack of staff and dangerous work conditions." Melbourne Cup winning jockey Darren Beedman has said that the courses are desperately needed. Brett Parbury from Parbury Performance Horses is an Australian champion and representative and stated, "Shutting a facility and these courses is a tragedy for the future of safe education in an already highly unregulated industry such as the performance horse industry. It is clear from the community, industry experts and employers that it is nonsensical to cut these equine courses. The Teachers Federation, my colleague Labor's Shadow Minister for Skills and TAFE Tim Crackenthorpe, along with Federal Member for Macquarie Susan Templeman, have been fighting for these courses to continue and for the workers who have been ignored by the Liberals and Nationals. Ignored by the Liberals and Nationals. We need answers and to hold the government to account for cutting staff and courses and for trying to downgrade TAFE. That's why we need this SA52. Just quickly in reply, and I want to thank my colleagues for contributing, the Honourable Shane Mallard, the Honourable Damien Tudor-Hope, Honourable Peter Primrose and the Honourable Taylor Martin. A lot of what was said in opposition to the SA52 turned on this big resource drain of having to get 5 years' worth of papers. What about the poor TAFE teachers who have lost their jobs? Has anyone reflected on why we might want to actually analyse the business case as to why you've slashed those jobs? Is there any thought for those people? This is serious business here. People have lost their livelihoods. You've got industry, you've got employers, and you've got the TAFE teachers telling you that this was insanity, not to mention the council, and you come up here and say 5 years' worth of papers, it's too much of a drain on the bureaucracy. Are you serious? Now, you've come in here and you've said that it's based on some sort of rigorous analysis of enrolments dropping. In my introductory speech, I said that we have reason to suspect that the basis for that analysis is false due to the disbanding of the racing partnership, COVID and floods. If you're so confident that it's such a rigorous analysis, and it's been a genuine drop in market demand, Mr Acting President, if it was a genuine drop in market demand and enrolments have dropped off, and all these subject matter expertise from employers through to TAFE teachers, through to the industry are telling fibs, then presumably when the SA52 turns up, it will tell us that story and we'll have eggs on our face and you'll have won the debate. But you don't even want us to have a look at the papers. You don't even want us to have a look at the papers to make the analysis. Well, what does that say about your confidence in the analysis that was done to justify slashing these courses and gutting these areas and slashing people's jobs? These are people's livelihood we're talking about. And the least you can do is come in here and say, yes, we're confident, we stand on our record, here are the papers. I commend the SA52 to the House, and we won't let up until we have a good look at it.